screen. Guys, having any doubt the previous class with XPath, the relative XPath and the absolute XPath? Okay. So we will be seeing some how to create the XPath manually. How to create the XPath manually. As I said, in the interview point of view, it is very, very important one because sometimes we may not able to get the exact path from the website. For example, we have multiple options. Okay, we have multiple options by using the Inspect. For example, if I want to try to click this button, okay, I can get it from the right click, copy, and we will have the elements, the locators. If not, for only for Chrome browser, we have another option called Selector Hub. Okay, Selector Hub. This is like an extension. Okay, we have to add it over in your browser. Okay, it will give the exact path and relative XPath. So we can directly use this. Okay, so whenever we are trying to interact here, it will show you. It will show you the whether we have taken the elements is correct or not, or the any syntax error or not. It will show you exactly. See here, it is highlighting the specific element. It is because of we are trying to interact over from the selector hub. Okay, if you want, you can add this extension to your browser. It makes you more easy to interact with that element. Sometimes from the selector hub or from the using the right click option, it will give a specific path. This option will give only one path. Similarly, this selector hub also will provide you only one path. Sometimes it may not be work, or it will work with the duplicates value. So in order to, you have to know how to create the path manually, then only you can able to create the path more smart way. Okay, so what you can do, you should to know, okay, how to create the path manually. Let me show you. First, I will go with the absolute XPath, then we will go with the relative XPath. Give me a minute. Okay. First, absolute XPath. So when we are interacting with the absolute XPath, the path should be generated from the root node. Correct. That is what the expectation, and that also we had a discussion yesterday. What I will do, I will try to interact with create page. Okay, I will try to create a manual absolute XPath and the relative XPath for this hyperlink. Okay, so always when you are trying to create a path, the suggestion is to create from the downward to backward, downward to the top. Okay, don't create the tag from the root node to the bottom, because we may miss sometime. We may miss. It may confuse in some time. Okay, because there are multiple nodes are there in between. Dependable nodes are there. There is a chance as to we can miss that. Now what we can do. Okay, I will create this manually from the backward direction for absolute XPath. Okay, so this is this tag is this is an element we are trying to focus on. Okay, this this element, that create page. See here, yesterday I have said, right? This is a linked text. Okay, when it is a linked text, it should be within the A tag. But you can see after the A tag, we have a text. It is in the div tag. This is not considering as a linked text. The linked text should be always within the A tag. Okay, that is how it get differentiate. So basically, when you are taking the linked text, it should be within the tag always. If you incorrectly or the developer create the tag incorrectly, you should create the bug on this. Okay, let's coming into the point. The element which we are trying to interact, it is in the A tag. So I will be creating it. Then before to that, we need to see who is our dependable tag. I mean the parent tag, okay, which is directly linked to the div tag. Okay, this is our div tag. Div. This directly linked with another div tag. So if I am minimizing this, this is something not div. This is the parent tag for this div tag. So this is our create page, correct? You can see here this div having a two div tag. So we need to specify which div tag we want to interact. Okay, so we have a two div tag. That div tag which we are interacting is a second div tag. So we need to specify the index 2. Otherwise, it will, if we are not providing anything, by default, it will be choosing the first div. Okay, we need to specify the div here 2. And this is another div tag we are trying to interact. This div tag. Okay, minimizing this, we have only one div. So we can specify that. Then this div tag coming into this div tag. This is a second div tag. Okay, second div tag. Which is directly linked to the div, first div tag. This div tag directly linked to this div. This is also we have only one div tag. And which is something directly linked to only one div tag. This is also one div tag. So basically we have a div. Okay. So here the div tag, we have only one div tag. Inside this div tag, one div tag we have. And we have another one span tag. Here we have another one div tag. See here we have a two div tag. In this div tag is empty div tag. But we have a two div tags and one span tag. But the expected div tag is the first one. So we don't want to specify this. It is something directly linked with the body first div tag. Okay. And this is directly linked with the body tag. Body tag is directly linked with the HTML tag. Okay. HTML. So likewise, the navigation will happen. Okay. Let me debug one more time. Okay, from the top. HTML, the body which we are directly interacting with the first div tag. First div tag is a first div tag, and again it is a first div tag. Then we are trying to interact with the first div tag. Then again first div tag. Correct? Yes, first div tag. Then we are trying to interact with the again first div tag. Okay, something is not correct. Okay, correct. So I confused here. Give me a minute. Let me give up one more time. Body, body first div tag. Okay. Then first div tag we are looking for the another first div tag. 1, 2, 2. The third one is the first div tag. Then fourth one also first div. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one. 2, 3, 4. Fourth one. And the fifth one also first div tag. Fifth one also first div tag. The fourth one, sixth one also first div tag. And the seventh one is the second div tag. Inside the second div tag, we have a first div tag. Here we have a second div tag. Here we have a created page. Correct. Fine. So this is our manual absolute XPath. Let me copy this. Close this. Try to expect one more time. Here, Control F, paste it. It will show you the exact path. So it is highlighting the specific tag. So this is the way we need to create the absolute XPath. Here we want to be more specified. I mean, we want to be very careful when we are creating the XPath. If we miss any one div tag, or if we added any additional div tag or the index, we are specifying the index, right? If the index is not correct, then the navigation may incorrect. Okay, so creating the path to be very careful. So this is how we need to create the absolute XPath. Any doubt? No, sir. Yes. We go with the relate XPath. The same scenario, I can create a relative XPath here. So we are expecting a tag. Here a tag, we have a class, right? So what I will do? So the difference is absolute XPath, it will be starting from the always root to \HTML. But coming into the relate XPath, it should start with double backslash. So I will be creating as a double backslash. And I'm skipping these are all the tags until here. So until from here to here, I'm skipping everything. So we have a double backslash, the first backslash and the specific tag backslash. So we have a two backslash. That is what here. Then now I am looking forward to the a tag. So I'm specifying a tag here. And I'm moving with the any one attribute class with the value. So I will be creating the attribute here at class here underscore AESH. So this is what the relative XPath, more smartest XPath for this. Okay. So I'm just closing this. So it's highlighted, right? So I want to refresh it. I'm inspecting it one more time. Control F, paste it. Okay. So even though if I'm creating the relative XPath also, it is directly interacting with the respective element with the unique value. Okay. So as I said yesterday, if it is having a duplicate value, then we need to navigate from the any tag which is directly linked to this. Either we can move forward with this div or this div or this div. Okay, so the expectation to be navigate from the backward. If it is having a duplicate, go with this. Again, if you're having a duplicate, go with this. So likewise, you have to move forward, skipping each node, then move forward. So that is how the relative XPath to be created. Okay. So this is my suggestion. Okay, this is my suggestion because this kind of a suggestion, it won't be explained in any Google, because when we are doing in the real time, we can also create the relative XPath from here and we can navigate here. There won't be any issues. Okay, it will work very fine as expected. But your program may slow comparing to directly taking the path from here. Okay, that is the only different. I'm making the automation very efficiency and more smart. Okay. Any doubt in the related XPath?
Sir, once can you show relative XPath for duplicate value?
If it is there, I can show you. Mm. Okay, I will show you one duplicate. Give me a minute. So see, these are applications. Okay, these are application. Everything is not predefined. It is provided by the developer. When we are, so these are the concept I'm explaining. Okay, I don't have the values, predefined values in my hand. When we are doing the interaction with the elements, at the time, if we found a duplicates, then we need to work on the accordingly. Okay, this Facebook, I have some values, so I can able to provide that. If any other than any application, then it is very hard to find out the duplicate values. Okay, let me create the XPath for this username and password. Okay, so the username here, it is an input tag. So what I will be doing, I will be creating a double backslash input. So what I will be doing, at class input text. Let's see input class. Let me try to interact with this, which is not showing here. Input tag, input as ID, input at class, to input text. So here I'm not finding any duplicate values.
You can show me with any random example, sir, because I joined classes from today only. So just trying to cope up with recordings as well. So,
So you have joined today.
yes.
Okay. Can you give me your intro? Because can you give me your intro? Wow. So are you from the academic or you are from professional side?
I have 2 years experience at IBM. I took a break for 2.5 years.
Mhm.
So I want to join testing field. I
Okay.
used to work as a Golang developer.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm seeing another new name. Spandana M Nulvi. I'm looking like the newly you have also joined. Are you new joiner? Nulvi? Okay, so if anyone is newly joined, okay, please go through the previous sessions, the link which is already in the description over in the WhatsApp. Okay, so if you're having any doubt or facing any challenges or not understanding, you can ask me in the next class or in the upcoming classes. Okay, okay. So I'm not sure whether we have a, okay, see here, I can create a duplicate values by using this. I can see here the duplicate value. Okay. See here we have a two duplicates value. Okay, one of two. So this is the one duplicate value. If I search another one duplicate value. So in the previous class, when we are discussing about the tag locator, we had a discussion, right? When it is a duplicate value, how the driver will work? It is in the DOM structure. Okay, document object model way. It will be interacting from the top to bottom. So if your expectation is to interact with this tag, it won't. It will be interacting only with this using find element concept. If you want to interact the second one, then we need to be use find elements concept. Okay, so find the element will always interact with the only one value. If we want to interact with more value, then it should be as a find elements. If it is a find elements, then it will be returning a list of values. By using that, we can able to interact with the some specific values from the A tag. See here we have a tag. Here also, here we have a button tag. So we can more specify from the team. So this is how we can ignore the duplicate values. Okay. You got it, Manisha?
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay. So you can go with the previous recording, Manisha.
Yeah,
Okay. If you having any confusion, not understanding the concept, you can let me know.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. So we have completed the locators concept. Okay. So what are the concepts we have covered in the locators? ID, class, name, tag, linked text, partial linked text, CSS selectors, and export. In the real time, we will be more interacting with the XPath only, and also with the related XPath only, more specified. Moving to the next concept. Moving to the next concept. Relationship of nodes. Relationship of nodes is, it's a very, very important concept. In real time, we may end up with error when we are trying to interact this with this locator. Okay, so these whatever I'm explaining is these are the concepts. Okay, always we not expected this in the real time, but sometime we may expect this in the real time. So at the time we can apply this. If we are not expecting this concepts in the real time, then we can move forward with the as usual concept. Like sometime whatever the values we are using in this locator, that the driver cannot be able to interact with them. At the time we required some relationship. Okay, some relationship. Using that relationship, the driver can able to easily identify the locator in anywhere in the web page. So that is why we are using a relationship test. We have 9 different types of relationship. Okay. Self, parent, ancestor, child, descendant, following, sibling, preceding, sibling. So these are the relationship we have in the Selenium. Okay. So when we supposed to use this relationship, when you are creating the path to interact with the specific element, you may feel, because when you're getting expertise in Selenium, while you are creating the path, you can able to feel that whether it is able to interact correctly or not. You can able to judge easily. So at that time, you may end up with the solution, whether we need to apply this relationship concept or not. Okay. So here in the web page, we can see everything's a tag, right? Everything's a tag. Relationship of nodes. The other name of tag is nodes. Okay. Other name of tag is nodes. We can say relationship of tags also, but nodes is more technically. Okay. So relationship of nodes is used to interact or easily able to identify the other elements. Because here you can see how the structure it is. HTML is a main tag. Inside to the HTML, we have a header and body. Inside to the body, we have multiple tags. Inside to the div, another div. Inside to the div, another div. So how it is getting inside? What is mean by when it is in the inside? See here, inside the body we have a tag, multiple tags, div, script, link. Inside to the div, we have a multiple div tags are there. Likewise, if we going to the script, we have some scripts. Here also we have scripts. Give me a minute, 1 minute. I have also constructed that. 1 minute. Sorry for that. So what is mean that? So when a tag which containing a multiple dependent tag, in the multiple dependent tag having other dependable tags. So how it will work? We have seen the DOM structure, right? 1 minute. Structure. Everything is in the hierarchical model. Okay. Everything is in the hierarchical way. So this is the correct DOM structure. Okay. See here, header HTML is the main tag. Inside we have a two tag. Again, this dependable having some dependent tag. This dependable tag having some dependent element. So everything is a dependent. Inside. This is how the DOM structure will be getting created in the runtime, and the driver will be getting interacted. But how it is get to know the driver whether it is a dependable or not? It is based upon the relationship of nodes. Based upon the relationship. This relationship is segregating the tags. Based upon that relationship, we can able to easily navigate to the single element. Okay. Let me show you. Do we have any images or not? Otherwise, I will show you in the tomorrow class. Okay. Relationship of nodes. Okay. So this is the exact, image. So see here, these are our relationship of nodes. In order to identify or interact a relationship of nodes, first we need to understand, or first we need to confirm the self node. Okay, who is the important person, who is a starting person, or who is a mediate person to interact with others relationship. So imagine this relationship with our own family relationship. That is how it has structured. Self is nothing but it is us. Okay, for example, this is me. Okay, I am trying to explain my family relationship to someone. Okay, so when I'm explaining my family structure to someone, they want to know first about me, right? Okay, they want to about me, then only I can able to structure or explain anyone. So this is self. From the self I can explain who is my parent and who are my ancestors. Similarly, I can say who is my child and who is my grandchild, or we can say descendant. So that is a structure here. And similarly, there is a concept called following and preceding. Following siblings and preceding siblings, which is nothing but my parent having a elders brother or sisters. Similarly, they having a younger brothers and sisters. They having their childs, and elders also they having some childs who are our siblings, correct? Who are our siblings. Elders are having, I mean, the our parent elder having their siblings, sorry, childs. They are elder to us. We are following us, correct? We are following us. But one who is younger to us, they are following us, right? They are following us. Similarly, when it is coming parent having elder brothers or sisters, they are getting followed by the parent and the youngest ones. Similarly, one who are youngest, they are following the elders. Correct? That is how the structure. The same concept is applying over in the relationship. Over in the relationship. Okay, let me show you some example. I forgot the website. Let me try to rethink about the website. This is one of the stock market, application. Sorry. See here, you can see it is these are the elements which is developed in the table, which is developed in the table. Table is nothing but it is kind of Excel. Okay, we are familiar with Excel, right? Excel is a combination of rows and columns. In that same concept, this table has been developed. Okay. Let me try to interact with any one of the element here. Tata Technologies. Okay, Tata Technologies. I'm doing the right click. Trying to interact with the element Tata Technologies. See, the Tata Technology is a hyperlink. Okay, so see here, everything is a row. Everything is a row. TR is nothing but table row. Okay, it is coming under the table tag. When we are highlighting the table tag, everything will be getting highlighted. It is a table header, table body. Inside the table body, everything's a row. Everyone is a row. Inside the row, we have a TD. TD is nothing but data. This is a data, and it is the hyperlink. These are the data, single data. So this is how normally the table structure will be. Okay, in the first it will be a table tag. Inside the table tag there will be a header and a body. Inside the body there will be a data, the expected data. So here I want to trying to interact with the Tata Technologies. Okay, as I said previously, when we want to interact with any element, first we need to predefine or we need to confirm that who is the self tag, because from the self tag only we can able to navigate with any other nodes or any other tag. So I am considering that I want to interact with this Tata technology. So I am declaring this element as my self tag. Okay, how to define a self tag? I need to okay, I got a call from Besant. Self tag. So I will be declaring, I want to declare the element which I trying to interact. That tag is a self tag. So how to define a self tag here? Self tag. So normally how we will be creating or finding the element, that is the way we need to do. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. We are supposed to use a sub XPath. So here I want to specify the XPath. So what I will be doing, I will be creating the XPath for this. Better I will go with the selector hub. It will be providing a more precise value here. Okay, native XPath. Okay. So in the previous class, we had a discussion. When we providing the value, it should not be having a space. Okay, in between the each word. That is what we had a discussion, right? There is a one method we have, normalize space method. So when the value we have we have a space between the multiple words, we can use normalize space method. This normalize space method will remove the space in between the words. It makes the element to be visible, the correct element to be visible to the driver in order to interact. Okay. Coming to the self tag. So whatever we have created, this is a normal, the concept we will be creating using the expected data, correct? This, whatever the value we are providing here, that is will be considering as a self tag by default. By default. If you want to be more specific, if you want to be more specific, we can specify like here with the backslash, we can see the self tag. Self colon. What is the tag name here? What is the tag name? A. A is our self tag. That is what we have defined here. That is why I have said we don't want to specify that. Even though if we are providing, the path like this or without this, both are same meaning. Okay. So this is how to be more defined as a self tag, but both are same concept. Both are same meaning. So this is how we need to create the self tag. Just we need to specify the tag name and which tag we are defining as a self tag. Any doubt until here? Fine. Next. The next tag is parent tag. Who is the parent tag? Who is the parent tag? Parent tag is one who is directly attached to the self tag. That is called the parent tag. So coming to here. Okay, sorry, this is not our website, right? Yes. So here, this is our self tag. The tag one is directly attached to the self tag is a parent tag. So here, who is our parent tag? TD tag is a parent tag for A tag. TD tag is a parent tag for A tag. But parent tag is attached to the TR tag. So TR tag is a parent tag for TD tag. Okay, TR tag is a parent tag for TD tag. TD tag is a parent tag for A tag. Okay, so for my self tag, who is our parent tag? TD. So we can define the parent tag here. So this is my self tag. So I want to be specify the parent tag. So what's supposed to do? We need to specify who is the parent tag. Parent tag. Who is the parent tag? TD. So this is how we need to define the parent tag. Then coming into the ancestor tag. Coming into the ancestor tag. So who is our ancestor tag here? So always when we need to compare with from the self tag. Okay, because our aim is our self tag, right? So from the self tag, who is our ancestor? TR is a TD is a parent. If he is a parent, then obviously who is our ancestor, correct? For A, TR is an ancestor tag. So likewise, we need to create a syntax. So instead of parent or self, here we need to specify that ancestor. Who is the ancestor here is a TR. So what will happen when we giving a parent TD, ancestor TR? If we are saying a parent TD, we can able to access everything inside to the TD tag, all the dependable tag. But currently we have only, sorry, only we have a tag is a dependable tag for parent, right? But imagine that if we having a multiple tags here, we can able to access all the multiple tags in the one single shot by using only the parent TD. When I'm coming into the ancestor, when I'm coming to the ancestor, I can able to access everyone from the, because if I'm expanding the TR, see, you can see the line, right? TR tag is opened here and closed here. In between that, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 TDs are there. 6 TDs. Inside the each TD, we having a sub element. Here element. Here we have a sub element. Here also we have a sub element. So we can able to access these all the tags only stating the ancestor. So when we are telling the ancestor, we can able to access or we can able to visible everyone by using only the ancestor. So that is why the relationship are more important. When we are specifying the character relationship, whoever the relationship coming under the or coming under the dependable relationship, we can able to access all the dependable relationship. The next tag. We have completed the self, parent, ancestor. Now we coming into the child and the descendant. Who is child? One who is directly linked to the self in the below. Child is dependable of self tag. So here who is our self tag? A. But here A tag we doesn't have we are not having any dependable tag. So we don't have a child tag. If we don't have a child tag, obviously we don't have a descendant tag, correct? So we don't have a child tag and a descendant tag. So what we can do here, okay, I will be creating the child tag and descendant tag in the different way. Because this ancestor having child, right? Ancestors having a child. Ancestor, TR is ancestor. Ancestor having a child and some of the child having a descendant. This TD having a descendant tag. This TD having a descendant tag. This TD doesn't have a descendant, but this TD having a descendant. So by using a TR, we can able to access the child tag and the descendant tag. So what I will be doing, it may little bit confused. Child tag. We are saying a child. So for self tag, we don't have any child, right? So what I will be doing, I'm moving to the ancestor. I'm moving to the ancestor tag. Ancestor tag is TR, correct? But this ancestor having a child. Ancestor having a child. Who is our ancestor? TR. How many child tags we having here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 TDs are there. Everyone is a TD. So I can specify the child name as a TD. Child TD. For example, okay, for example, TR having a TD and some other tag. For example, style tag or div tag, which means that there are the 3 child TD tag and 2 div tag and 1 style tag, which means that this TR having a combination of 3 TD tag. I'm telling, I'm just for example, I'm saying, okay, currently we have a 6 TD, but imagine that we have only 3 TD, 2 div, 1 style tag. So in this scenario, if you are more specifying only the TD, this will fetch only the TD tag. For example, if only we having a 3 TD, it will only select the 3 TD tag. It won't select other tags like a div tag or style tag. If you want to select all the tag with respect to the tag name, then you have to specify star here. If you are giving a star, it won't see the tag. All the child tags we can able to fetch it. We can able to extract it. We can able to access it. Okay. So TD means it will only look for only TD. Fine. So this is how we need to create the child tag. Then coming into the descendant. Coming into the descendant. Let me show you this as an example. TD. I'm copying this. Okay. I will go with selector. So I'm giving an ancestor TR child TD. So ancestor TR child we have a TD. So we have a 6, right? It will show you the 6 element. See here it is highlighting the each element. So this is our self tag and we are going with the ancestor. So ancestor means the entire row. So when I'm selecting the ancestor C, it is selecting the entire row. In the entire row, we have a 6 portions. 6 portions are 6 TD. So each TD, each portions are each child. Okay, that is how it will be segregating and interacting. If I am more specifying, like if, for example, I am only looking for style tag, I am looking for only style tag. Okay, in the child. See, we doesn't have a style tag, right? Only we have a TD tag. That is why it is showing as a 0. Okay. Now coming into the descendant scenario, we have a 6 child, but we have a descendant, right? This 2 TD having a child, this TD also we having a child. So what I will be giving, I'm giving as a descendant. Descendant, and I can more specify as a TD. Okay, sorry, A. Okay, A. Because this TD is a child, but this TD having a A. A is a descendant for grandchild of ancestor, correct? Because the navigation we have giving in that way. From the self tag, I want to navigate to first my ancestor. From the self tag, I'm navigating to my ancestor tier. From the ancestor, I'm navigating only to the all the descendant A. So here we having a descendant A. Here we doesn't have any dependable tag. Here we having a descendant tag, but that is not a tag. Here we having a tag. So it will be returning only 3. It is only returning 3. See, because here we have a, here we have a, here we have a. If I only want to interact with the font, it will only one, right? So it will only interact with this font. If you want to specify, if you want to interact with only specify tag, we can specify. If I want to interact with all the ancestor tag, I can give a star and I will give a hit enter. It will give a 10. How it will getting a 10? Because this is a descendant. A tag is a descendant. 1. This A, this text is another one descendant. This text is different descendant. This is descendant. This is descendant. This is descendant. Everything are descendant. So likewise, we are getting the 10 values. We can expand here. It will show you. We can, when we click this, we can able to see here who is our descendant tag. We can see here. Okay. So likewise, we can able to see that how many descendant tags we have, or how to, or do we need to interact with any specific tag. Okay, likewise we can do. Any doubt until here? Fine.
Sir, just a doubt that while navigating through this pathway, we should always come from high to low only, like from ancestor, descendant. Like I can't go from descendant, ancestor.
Mhm.
Okay.
See, that is, we can also directly give. For example, uh, in this scenario, for this self tag, we doesn't have a child tag, correct? But imagine that I am considering TR as a my self tag. Okay, TR as a self tag. Then I have a child tag. I have a descendant tag. In this scenario, what I can do here, I will be giving as a, here I will be giving as a self tag as a TR, and directly I can give my child as a, my child as a TD. Here we don't have a direct navigation, so I am moving to the ancestor, then I am coming to the descendant tag. If we have a, see, when I am considering this TR as a self tag, so I have a child tag, correct? I have a descendant tag. So in this scenario, I can directly say that My child tag is a TD. Or I can say directly, I can say descendant. Descendant tag is a A. So from this TR, it will directly interact to the descendant. There is no specific scenario. We should go with the ancestor and again we need to come to the descendant. It is based on the structure of the element, how it is created. If doesn't have the specific relation, then we need to find out that how we can interact with the specific element, with the specific relation, whether we need to go with the ancestor or we can go with the parent. In some relationship, we need to interact the specific node. That we need to find out. It is based on the development. We cannot able to predefine that, and it is not predefined as well. You got it?
Yeah, got it, sir.
Yeah. Now we have completed the child and we have completed the descendant. Descendant. Sentence, we can specify a tag name or we can give a star. It will, star means any. Okay, star means any. Now following. Okay, I will take 5 more minutes. Okay, to complete this. We have only following siblings, preceding siblings. It is very easy. Okay, but more powerful. By using this, for, we can able to interact any element over in this page. Okay. Following. Who is following? Following means one who is a parent tag, the younger or the down to the tag. Okay. One who is below to the parent tag, those all the tags are following tag. So coming to our example. Coming to our example, I'm going with the ancestor here. Okay. Ancestor, we having a lot of tags are there. What I will do, I will try to identify who are my followers for my ancestor. Okay, who are my followers for my ancestor. So what I will do, just okay, give me a minute. So this, just copying this. From here, I'm navigating to my ancestor. Okay, why I'm navigating to understand to better, I can make you guys to better understand the example. Okay, that is why I'm moving to the ancestor TR. Okay, so from my A tag, I'm moving to ancestor. From the ancestor, I want to see who are the followers for ancestor. So following. If we want to know all the followers, then I can specify any. It will tell you all the followers, 5969 followers. See, I am looking for the specific row. Specific row is nothing but TR, correct? That TR is my ancestor. From there, I want to check all my followers, all the followers for this row, the entire. So these all the followers. I can able to fetch all the values up to end of the the page. Okay, until here I can able to extract each any one of the values. Okay, I can't able to miss this using followers. In the opposite of that, following is preceding. Following is nothing but one who are in the bottom, one who are below to the specific tag. But here the above to that it is not highlighted, right? Because following is our one who are below to that. See here, these are all followers. These are all followers. Similarly, If I'm giving a preceding, it will show everything top of the specific year. Okay, so from the ancestor, I want to check who are my preceding. So I can, by using preceding, I can able to fetch all the value if using star. If I want to go with specific tag, div tag, for example, it will show only the specific div tag. It won't show because these are all table, right? These are all table. That is why it is not highlighted. If I want only the table, for example, TD or TR, TR is nothing but who are all these TR. So it will show only TR tags. It will show only the TR. These are all coming under some other tag, div tag or any some other tag. So it is not highlighted. So likewise, we can make specify the tag in order to understand the preceding and the following. So preceding means we can able to fetch all the elements to the top of the tag. Similarly, following means all the tags which is below to the tag that are following. Coming to siblings, either it is a preceding siblings or following siblings. Both are same. Only the preceding siblings are in the top, following siblings are in the bottom, only within the tag. Only within the tag. For example, ancestor tag TR. Ancestor tag TR is this is our ancestor tag TR, right? This TR is coming under table. Table is our parent, or we can say ancestor for TR, right? TR is the descendant. T body is a parent. Table is a ancestor. So the one TR tag which is directly attached to the which tag. Okay, which tag? That is a table tag. For example, simply. So when I am giving only preceding, what will happen? When I am saying preceding with any, I can able to fetch all the values. But when I am giving a sibling, when I am giving a siblings, it will extract only that tag which is inside the same tag. Which is inside the same tag. Same tag means all the, for example, who is our parent tag? TR. This TR is directly attached to the T body, correct? Attached to the T body. Inside this T body, who are all proceeding to the TR? Who are all proceeding to the this TR? Those only the value only getting fetched. See, because inside the T body, it is starting this. So only inside this, the understanding is this ancestor coming under which tag? T body. In the T body, who are all preceding? They are all considering as a preceding siblings. We cannot able to interact with any value who is in the other tag. Okay, preceding sibling only will interact within the same tag. In the vice versa, it is following. Following is within the same tag who are all following. They are called following siblings. Okay, within the tag is saying that siblings. Okay, so we having only the element which is in the same T body tag. After T body tag, if it is anything, if it is anything is there, we cannot able to extract or interact with this element. So this is how the preceding siblings and following siblings will work. Got it? Any doubt here? Okay. If you have no doubt, we can wind up for today.
Hello, Ram
Yeah,
sir.
tell me, Deepak.
Yeah, I have one question. Like, how do we know which preceding sibling we are interacting with?
I'm sorry, Deepak.
Like, there are when we write preceding siblings,
Mm-hmm.
so what it will do, it will above the self tag, it will give all the values, right? All the
So,
TRs.
I will tell you about it. See, for example, I am trying to, I want to interact any one of the element. Okay, for example, sometime I want to interact with the century playboards. Okay, I want to interact with this element. But when I'm trying to imagine, okay, this for example, when I'm trying to create an XPath without relationship, I'm trying to using XPath or any ID locator or class locator, I'm not able to interact with this element. I'm end up with any error. So what I can do, I can find out some other tag as a self tag. For example, I can declare the NTPC as a self tag. From this self tag, who is the relationship for this NTPC? This is also, it is a following, right? This tag is a following of NTPC. So
Correct.
what I can do, I
What
what I can do.
I wanted to ask, let's assume in Century plyboards,
Mhm,
since we have given NTPC as a self tag, now
mhm,
this is our following. Century plyboards is our following,
correct.
and inside Century plyboards will be getting siblings.
Sibling is NTPC. NTPC is our self tag, right?
Correct.
This self.
Century plyboard will be like inside. If we have to interact with Century plyboard's sibling, then we'll be doing the following sibling. Correct.
No, following sibling, that is what I'm trying to explain. When
Okay.
we saying a sibling, let me show you NTPC where it is. I'm considering this NTPC is my self tag. So what I'm doing from the ancestor, I want to interact with the century playboard. Century playboard is my following. Okay. If I say following, I can able to extract all the tags. Okay, all the tags. But when I am specifying siblings, how it will interact, first it will see the NTPC is directly linked to the which tag. NTP is directly linked to the T body tag, correct? So in this T body tag, who are all followers? Only these many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 TR tags are considered as a following siblings. It won't go to the table because table having T header and T body, right? So it will go to the, it doesn't go to there. It will check this TR tag, which is directly linked to which tag. Within the tag, who are all there, they are all considering as a sibling. We can able to extract or interact with anyone from within the tag. You got it?
Yes.
Did I answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Yeah, thank you. Try to do some example. Okay, then only we will able to. But these are rare scenarios. Okay, these are rare scenarios. Sometimes we may end up with some errors. At the time only we will be using this relationship concept. But we should to know, right? Then only we can able to apply those concept in the
Now
not.
we got, sorry to interrupt. So
Yeah,
now
sure.
we got like 6 TRs as following sibling, right? So among
Mhm.
six, if I want to interact with one particular following sibling, how to do that?
Okay. So we have a concept called find elements, right? Find elements. What find elements will do? It will give the list of values. It will give the all the values, multiple values it will give, correct? list of values. So by using that list of values, we want to do the iteration for loop. Using the for loop, we will do the iteration. Then we can interact with any element. For example, century place, CMS, these all the elements will be coming in inside the for loop. So if you want to fetch any value or do the any validation, or you want to click any link, we can do. Because see, always understand that if you want to interact more than one value, for example, sorry, not more interact more than one value. If you are getting more than one value, you should use find element. Find elements. Find elements returning list of web elements. List of web elements. So in this list of web elements, you will get the 6 web elements. Who are all 6 web elements? These are all NTPC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 web elements you will be getting in this loop. Then what you need to do? You have to iterate it. You have to iterate it for web element in list of web elements. You have to say the web element, which element you want to interact. Or if you want to go with more specify, you have to do the validation using conditional statement. Conditional statement. You have to create a conditional statement. Then, for example, you want to interact with only Birla corporations. So what you need to do, you have to create the conditional statement. You have to fetch the text and you have to say that when the text is equal to Birla corporation, then you have to interact. Either you want to click this link in order to go with the new link, or you want to extract these all the text, you can get it over from here. So basically, if you are getting the list of web elements, you have a no other option. You have to go with the loop. By using that loop, you can fetch each web element. Then according to your functionality, you can create the program.
Got it.
Anyone having any other doubt?
Ram, I wanted to connect to you, regarding, I had some questions. Can I do it over phone?
Yeah, you can ask here itself. If who are having a no doubt, you can drop. Who are
Like
having a
it's
doubt, they
not
can stay.
it's not about the class. It's about something else.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'll call I'll call you. That's fine, right?
Yeah, fine. You can go.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, if you having a no doubt, we can wind up. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.